In today's video, I'm going to show you how I built this. Now, this is something I built for a different channel, and it turned out pretty good, so I thought I'd share it on this channel also. And it's basically just an EV charger time calculator. So if I make changes here, we see the updates of both to our static numbers here, and then also to our charger reference table here, so we can actually see based off of inputs over here exactly how things will change. Then we can also change, so maybe we are buying an EV and we're just going to have a level 1 charger in it, and that's it. Then we can see that this is going to take about 39 hours to charge based off of that. And again, we can continue to change our assumptions based off what vehicle that we're looking at, and then also kind of what our starting charge or our target charge happens to be. And then the efficiency is just kind of, that's the normal loss of efficiency that most charging scenarios have, is we lose about 10% based off of heat typically. Most of it's just heat loss. But yeah, this is a quick power app I put together here. And let's go ahead and actually show how this is built. All right, so here is the app, and as you can see, it's a pretty basic app. It's not super complicated. Let's go ahead and take a look at the apps on start here. And I'll go ahead and zoom in so that this is a little bit easier to see. But basically, I'm just creating a collection that's used by the right side here, and then also by this combo box. And I'll go ahead and scroll down a little bit so that we can get all of this in here. That way, if you want to build something like this, you'll have an idea of how this is done. Now, I didn't actually use every aspect in here. When I built this, I put all the information I thought I might need in here, but I didn't actually use some of this information. But again, if you want to build something like this, this is how this is built. It's just a very simple collection to get things started. And if we go ahead and put that back at the top here, and we'll go ahead and expand this so we can see everything here. So these are all the containers. So I just used the standard screen background container, and then I threw everything into here. Now for this, I used just a lot of regular containers, a container for the header, and then all the individual items here. Not super complicated for that. And we can go ahead and collapse that. Now for the input container, so if we take a look at the header, nothing there. Here, I basically just use a bunch of number fields for all of these actually. So these are all just user inputs. There's no data source for this. You could obviously record settings or have some pre-configured things you could throw in this. This is just a very simple input form for the user. And the other thing that is a little more complex is if we take a look at our charger type here, we have our combo box, and again, we're using the collection, and then for the label text here, we've got that set as the charger type. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the advanced here, and we'll look at the on change. So I do set a global variable of charger type here with the selected, and that's used by our gallery over here. So I just did want to kind of show that, so you kind of understand how the gallery knows what was selected and updates the template fill here. And if I go ahead and hit the Alt key and hold this down, you can see that I'm getting all of that information from that collection to populate this. And again, that's exactly how this is set up as well. So if we take a look at the item properties here, it is again just that collection of information, and then we're just selecting specific fields to display here. Now this was a little more complicated, and I'll go ahead and show how this is put together here, but we're basically using that combo box for the selection, and then we're setting some things at the outside here essentially, and then we're basically just creating the formula for what is displayed there. So for that entire calculation, and again, I'll have zoomed in for this so you can kind of take a look at this if you wanted to kind of build this yourself on how this works together here. Very simple, not super complicated to put this together, but kind of fun. It was a little fun project to do here. And let's go ahead and take a look at advanced quick here. And if we take a look at the gallery, we'll see that the default item here is using our combo charger selected charger type in order to set the default. And then our items is the collection charger type. Now, if we take a look at our template fill, we'll see that this item is selected, then we're changing the color. So we select it, it changes the default, and then the template fill adjusts as well. So that's essentially the mechanics of how this works. And if we go back over here to our display. All right, now we can go ahead and take a look at up here. Similar with the energy needed, again, just very similar to what is the estimated time there. If we come up here, a little bit more simple, but essentially the same kind of approach here. And I think it turned out pretty good. Again, you can kind of freeze there and copy this down if you want to dig into exactly how that works. But really, that's it. Everything else is just aesthetics. Again, just an image here. I like Rivian, so I put a Rivian R2 kind of a illustration. It's not a true R2, but something I put together for this. And as we can see here, we've got enter valid inputs. So this one actually works very similar to over here as well. So if we go ahead and expand this, we can see that a lot of the same mechanics for how we put that together are here also. And again, if you want to recreate this, you should have everything you need with zooming in and showing that information here. You can kind of pause and scroll down with this. And if we go ahead and hit the play button here, we'll see that if I select, for example, the 48 amp, everything kind of updates based off of that. Similar, if I go ahead and adjust this, we'll see everything throughout this is updating with that. So again, very easy app to build. I just kind of wanted to show how you might want to build something for your employees to input something in. You could do it for any number of things. This just looked pretty good, and I thought it was a good example of how you could build your apps and how they could look. Again, no data source recorded, but you could record, or you could give a selection option if you wanted to do that. But yeah, I thought this turned out pretty good, so I thought I'd share how this was built. Hopefully you found this helpful. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, hit that like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. That's pretty much it for today. Until next time.